So if you're like me and you get on YouTube at 2 o'clock in the morning because either you can't sleep or you're just bored and you just need something to preoccupy your time, you probably stumbled upon a couple of like anime music videos, and you see clips of like all these different animes, and you thought to yourself like, man, that looks dope, I should probably check it out. What is this series? And you look in the comment section and you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna make a note of that. I'm gonna watch that eventually. And then months go by, years go by, and you never take a chance on the series. You completely ignore it because you're set in your ways. Well, that's my story with this series. And sad enough to say, I'm a little bit depressed that it took me so long to really appreciate how great this series is. But better late than never, as they always say. What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Lou. And yes, in today's video, we're going to be talking about Hajime no Ippo. It is a boxing themed anime. It was serialized began serialization in 1989, October of 1989, so it's actually going to be about 33, I think, this month. And it's just a phenomenal series. There's so much to talk about in so little time, so let's just get past all the minutia and dive right in. Hajime no Ippo is a story of Makunouchi Ippo, Takamura Mamoru, and a bunch of different other characters who are all boxers striving to answer their questions as to why they took up boxing. For Ippo, it's what does it mean to be strong? For Takamura, it's, well, we don't really know what Takamura's question that he's answered for the series. But nonetheless, Takamura is just a guy who wants to become the strongest man on the planet. It follows their life as boxers, the training, the weight cuts, the preparation for fights, the calm before the storm, during the fight, after the fight, the feeling after you win, the feeling after you lose, the feeling after, just everything in between. Actually, probably the most accurate show I've ever seen when it comes to like combat sports, as well as anything of that along those lines, because of how factually true everything is. I mean, of course, it's Japanese manga and anime, so there's a lot of caveats gone into this show, such as the sound effects, Ippo's punches sound like jet engines going off when he's landing. It's insane. But I don't want to go into any spoilers just yet. There's no spoilers just yet. Anyway, the story of Ippo is so rewarding in a sense because this character has a lot of heart. He's a very earnest character. I'm not gonna lie, he's not gonna break the mold. He's not like any other character you haven't seen. I mean, we've gotten all types of characters. We've gotten the brash, cocky, airhead. We've gotten a dumb but a good-natured guy. We've gotten the total badass with a very shady past who just can do no wrong. We've gotten all those types in anime and manga before, so he's not doing anything different. Ippo is just a hard worker. He's the definition of what a hard worker is. He just continues to push himself continuously as hard as he can to be the best he can possibly be. And that's, to me, is a great feature to have as a character, and the fact that he never speaks ill of anybody. He doesn't have any ill will towards anyone, even his opponents who are a little bit on the, how can I say, unsavory side. He still never shows any sign of aggression. He's just mostly trying to prove his own strength, and that's something that can really be admired by him. Now on the other end, you got the other main protagonist of the series, Takamura, who's everything I've just mentioned. He's brash, he's cocky, he's dumb as hell, he's a menace to society, he's everything that you expect from most shonen main characters, but even he has layers to him. And I know that's kind of well, all shonen characters have layers to him. Yeah, but it's almost like he goes out of his way not to show you his layers. And that's a little bit upsetting because I think we should see more of him, more of his deeper half. But we don't get that. We just get he's kind of in a way of Shanks. He's this ultimate badass that that just seems so far outreaching that you don't seem like you could ever touch because he's just so above you. But he has heart. He has a big heart, especially the way he cares for Ippo and his fellow boxer, his fellow teammates. It just goes above and beyond. And their relationship to the coach of the gym, I'm going to butcher the name, Komogawa Gym, boxing gym. Hope I said that right. If I didn't, I'm sorry for all Ippo fans out there, including myself. Their relationship with the coach and how he kind of acts like a surrogate father figure to them, and helps guide them through their journey as boxers, as well as getting them prepared and not only mentally but physically prepared for their fights, just to to dive in there and become like the best possible fighter they can possibly be. Also have the other teammates, and I'm not trying to like make light of their struggles because they're great characters. Kimura, you have Aoki, who's hilarious. He's like the funniest person in the series. Everything he does is just comedy gold. You got Itagaki, who's just he's a little brother with a lot of talent. That's all I can say about it. He's a little brother with a lot of talent. Nintendo, who's probably my favorite boxer. You have Mashiba, who's another good boxer. You have Sawara, whatever. The really bad guy from the second series. Then you have Ichiru Miyata, who's like the main rival. All of them are great characters. I can't say enough about them. I don't want to spoil too much. There's just a lot of, just know there's a lot of great characters in this series, and I just can't talk highly enough of them. What you really should watch the series for is the fights. The fights in this series are some of the best, well choreographed, best fights I've seen in anime. And I know it's kind of like, oh well, you know, comparatively, a lot of modern anime, especially like season 1 of One Punch Man or Jujutsu Kaisen, which is disgustingly good, very well paced. The action, the way the punches like make impact, the feeling of like fatigue, you actually feel yourself getting tired with these boxers, and I feel like that's insane to me, especially because it's, you know, it's not exactly like as long as One Piece or Naruto or Bleach even. Thanks for Bleach coming back. It does have more weight to it, I guess, if I had to say anything. Like the weight of the fights just seem more realistic, at least to me. At the current date and time, there is, I want to say, yeah, there's 1,398 chapters and it's still ongoing. Now, the anime series, both the one from the early 2000s and I think the one from like 2009 in the OVAs, I think they cover about the first 565 chapters. So there's still a huge portion of story to go. Already started picking up the manga. I'm probably going to start reviewing it because I don't see a lot of people reviewing it. It's a really good show. I think if you want to do yourself a favor and you want to check out something awesome, I definitely recommend checking out Ippo. It's a fantastic show. The characters in the show are just awesome. The fights are amazing. The comedy is, well, the comedy is very immature, but it's funny to me, I guess, because I'm immature. Do yourself a favor, check out Ippo. Watch a couple of the OVAs on YouTube, whatever you have to do. It's a fantastic series. I can't speak highly of it. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and you know, hopefully come back for the next video where I review the chapters following the end of the series. Like I said, thanks so much for clicking on the video. Peace.